Elon Musk and Steve Jobs are likely the two most innovative people when it comes to technological revolutions. From the iPhone and Pixar to self-driving cars and self-landing rockets, there's no question that both men are creative geniuses. But at the end of the day, who comes out on top? Well, starting off, let's take a look at the level of innovation from each entrepreneur. Elon Musk is mostly known for his contributions to the space and automotive industries. More specifically, Elon Musk has made great strides in the realms of battery technology, autonomous driving, and autonomous rockets. Of course, Elon Musk has also made significant contributions when it comes to reducing the cost of spaceflight and the cost of electric vehicles. But though technological innovation is very much at play here as well, reducing cost often comes down to increasing volume to achieve economies of scale while also running a super lean and efficient business. As a result, reducing cost is generally a product of business innovation as opposed to technological innovation, though it does play a part. With that being said, the biggest technological advancements offered to us by Elon Musk are likely battery reliability and vehicle autonomy. Meanwhile, the first thing that comes to mind when you think of Steve Jobs is no doubt the iPhone. Steve Jobs also had several other revolutionary products as well, such as the iPod and Siri. However, one stark difference between the two is that Steve Jobs' innovations were generally in the design and ease of use categories, as opposed to the technological side. It could be argued that innovating on design and ease of use is more innovative than innovating strictly on technological improvements, as intuitive design requires much more creativity. Despite this, given the raw difficulty of innovating in the realms that Elon Musk has innovated in, I think this category slightly favors Elon Musk. But hitting 1 or 2 home runs is not the same as being a serial innovator. Both guys are serial entrepreneurs creating multiple successful businesses. But this doesn't mean that they are both serial innovators. If we simply take a look at the companies that Elon Musk is currently working on, they're all innovative. However, if we delve into his history, the answer isn't as clear. First, Elon Musk started Zip2, which was basically the Yellow Pages of the late 1990s. And then he ventured onto creating PayPal. While these were great ideas, they're not necessarily innovative. In fact, when Musk's X.com, which would later become PayPal, entered the online banking market, there were already several established players. Thus, Elon's first companies weren't really revolutionary projects, but simply business projects. This doesn't mean that growing either of these companies were easy by any means. However, most of the challenges regarding these companies comes down to business challenges as opposed to innovative challenges. With Steve Jobs, on the other hand, his first endeavor itself was Apple at just 21 years old. After starting Apple, their first product was the Apple I, which was sold pre-assembled, something that was previously unseen in the late 1970s. And then they had the Apple II and Apple III, and of course, the very iconic Macintosh. At this point, Steve Jobs would get fired from Apple, and during his time away from Apple, Steve Jobs would start Next Inc. and more notably buy and grow Pixar into a competitive player in the animation industry. After that, when he returned to Apple, he brought the iMac and the iPod and the iPhone and the iPad. Literally, everything Steve Jobs worked on from a very young age was innovative. If it wasn't innovative and creative, he simply didn't care. Meanwhile, Elon Musk didn't turn his attention to such projects until the early 2000s, or his mid-30s. With that being said, Steve Jobs' innovative journey lasted between 1976 and 2011 when he died, or a full 35 years. On the other hand, at this point in time, Elon Musk's innovative journey has only lasted about half that time period. So currently, I believe Steve Jobs has the upper hand when it comes to serial innovation. Being an innovator or a serial innovator is great, but this doesn't really mean much if you can't sell your idea or product. As a result, every innovator also needs to be a good marketer for their ideas. With Elon Musk, though he often has a plethora of ambitious and inspirational ideas, he's not the best when it comes to communicating them. There are a significant amount of people who still doubt the various plans and ideas Elon Musk has proposed, such as building a Mars colony or even terraforming Mars. A lot of the skepticism is of course because the ideas themselves would be extremely difficult to successfully implement. But at the same time, I do think Elon Musk's presentation skills aren't exactly helping him in this realm either. In fact, about 10% of everything he says is just
Yeah.
I think you get the point. If Elon Musk was a more fluid public speaker, it would definitely help him in easing at least some of the doubt in his plans. Meanwhile, Steve Jobs is one of the best public speaker CEOs in history. After all, his marketing skills are likely the reason that we all use mouses today. Despite this, public speaking was not something that he was just naturally good at. However, he knew that effectively conveying his vision was extremely important in getting people on board, and as a result, he was sure to continuously practice and polish up his presentation skills, which no doubt served him quite well. With that being said, there's not really much competition in this realm, and Steve Jobs easily comes out on top. Moving on, we have likely one of the largest criteria when judging innovation, which is subsequent impact. The iPhone is extraordinarily impactful to the average person. So far, 2.2 billion iPhones have been sold, and even if the average person has gone through 3 iPhones, this means that 1/10 of the entire world is currently using iPhones. And even if they're using an Android smartphone instead, let's be honest here, Android wouldn't be what it is today without the iPhone. On top of this, the average person spends 3 hours a day on their smartphones, which means that people literally spend trillions of hours every single year on a product that Steve Jobs made possible. There is virtually no consumer product that even comes close to the daily impact that the iPhone has created. With that being said though, Elon Musk is more impactful. Elon Musk will likely never touch each of our daily lives on a level that Steve Jobs or Bill Gates were able to. But the work of Elon Musk is more beneficial to humanity than a smartphone or a computer. Reducing air pollution, promoting clean energy, and making humans a multiplanetary species are extremely important matters. And though we likely could get away without doing any of these without too much detriment to our generation, these are very important for long-term human sustainability. So, despite Steve Jobs' monstrous impact, Elon Musk is more impactful due to the nature of his work. And this of course leaves us at a tie between the two guys, just like any other cliche YouTube video would do. But don't worry, there is one more category that one of them will win, which is their legacy. A trait of any great innovator, whether Alexander Graham Bell or Thomas Edison, is how they influence future inventors and innovators. Both Elon Musk and Steve Jobs had and still have a cult-like following. Back in the day, people would straight up camp outside of Apple stores for multiple days before iPhone launches to be the first to get the brand new iPhone. Since then, a slowing in iPhone technological advancements, along with improvements in shipping, which allows people to get the new iPhone on the day of the launch without all the hassle, have stifled excitement surrounding iPhone launches. Despite this, iPhone launches are one of the most hyped events every year. With Elon Musk on the other hand, his various events are also hyped to the brim. Whether Battery Day, a regular quarterly report, or a simple stock split, everything Elon Musk does is extremely hyped, as is evident in the volatility of Tesla stock. In fact, Tesla is the #1 place engineering students want to work, according to Business Insider. Right alongside Tesla, SpaceX comes in at #2. Apple has also ranked very favorably on such lists for several years at this point, but they are still lower than Elon's companies at #7. But the truth is, when you get into the top 10 or even top 100 places to work for, the satisfaction levels of these workers are basically identical amongst these companies. The real difference between the ranks is how motivated people are by each of these companies' missions. And clearly, Tesla and SpaceX are quite favored. Aside from this, Elon Musk has a massive 40 million followers on Twitter. So the fan base of Elon Musk is quite extensive. But despite all of that, I believe Steve Jobs has a stronger legacy for one reason alone, which is that Elon Musk himself is inspired by Steve Jobs. Elon Musk has previously commented that no one can replace the void Steve Jobs has left behind. And Elon Musk's admiration for Steve Jobs is evident in his approach to business and his products as well. Whether Elon's product-oriented focus with Tesla's $0 marketing budget, or Tesla's minimalist design reminiscent of Steve Jobs' approach to product design, Elon Musk has been significantly inspired by Steve along the way. And I think this sums up exactly how he feels.
You know, and I don't know, there was like a certain, the guy had a certain magic about him, you know, just sort of, that was really inspiring. So, I mean, I think that's really great.
Is there that magic that you try and emulate?
No, I think Steve Jobs is way cooler than I am, so.
At the end of the day, whether you think Steve Jobs is more innovative or Elon Musk is more innovative, something we can all agree on is that both of these guys are some of the most influential people in history, and neither of them can ever be replaced. So let's be thankful that we were able to witness two of the greatest people in history work their magic during our lifetimes. Anyways, drop a like if you guys are grateful for the inventions of both of these guys. Also, consider joining our Discord community to suggest future video ideas. And of course, consider subscribing to see more questions logically answered. But until then, I'm Hari, and I'll see you guys on the next one.